Welcome to They Built What, where we dissect the architecture of beautiful homes to show you how professional designers actually craft their spaces. Your dining room probably feels stiff because you are following the old rule that every chair must perfectly match the table. This rigid approach creates a showroom look that lacks personality and warmth. By mixing textures, like pairing velvet upholstery with a raw oak table, you create a layered, collected aesthetic that feels lived in and expensive. Today, we are exploring 7 interior design rules that professionals actually break to help you build a space that feels curated rather than catalog ordered. We will move from abandoning matching furniture suites to embracing moody paint tones, mixing metals, and celebrating the beauty of lived-in imperfections. The showroom catalog aesthetic is the silent killer of a home with soul. You have been walking past the solution by buying matching furniture suites that drain the life from your living area. Instead, start by anchoring your space with a single high-quality vintage piece. Pair a weathered leather armchair with a sleek modern glass side table to bridge 2 distinct eras. Introduce a hand-woven wool rug to ground the disparate materials and unify the layout. Contrast is your greatest tool for achieving a curated, high-end look. A raw, live-edge walnut coffee table feels intentional when placed against a structured, velvet-upholstered sofa. Every object should tell a different story while sharing a common thread of texture or scale. This approach builds a home that feels gathered over time rather than purchased in a single afternoon. Now, look beyond the furniture to the walls. Debunking the white makes it bigger myth reveals how deep, moody paint colors add depth and character to small rooms. We have been conditioned to believe that painting small rooms white is the only way to prevent them from feeling like a cramped box. You have been walking past the solution by fearing deep, saturated pigments. When you coat a tiny study or a narrow hallway in charcoal, navy, or forest green, the corners of the room visually recede. The paint blurs the sharp boundaries where the walls meet the ceiling, creating an illusion of infinite depth. This technique transforms a modest space into a cocoon of sophisticated character. Instead of highlighting the lack of square footage, the dark hue provides a dramatic backdrop for brass light fixtures and warm oak shelving to truly pop. Light reflects differently against matte, dark surfaces, adding a velvet-like texture that brightens the overall atmosphere. Embrace the shadows to craft a space that feels intentional and cozy. Now, turn your attention to the hardware. Forget the one metal rule. Learn the art of mixing brass, black, and chrome to create a layered, timeless design aesthetic. The mandate to stick to a single metal finish is a relic of the past that leaves interiors feeling flat and overly staged. You have been walking past the solution by treating your hardware like a matching uniform. Instead, curate a layered aesthetic by allowing warm brass, industrial matte black, and cool polished chrome to coexist within the same sightline. Start by installing unlacquered brass cabinet poles against a dark charcoal vanity to introduce a sense of age and luster. Anchor the room with a sleek chrome faucet that catches the light and adds a sharp, modern edge. Finally, ground these reflective surfaces with matte black light fixtures or window frames to provide a necessary visual break. This interplay of tones prevents your space from feeling like a sterile showroom catalog. By blending these finishes, you build a room that feels collected and timeless. Embrace the lived-in look. We wrap up by explaining why slight imperfections are the key to making a house feel like a home. The final rule to abandon is the pursuit of perfection, which often leaves a home feeling sterile and untouchable. You have been walking past the solution by trying to hide every scuff, wrinkle, and natural variation in your materials. True comfort comes from embracing the lived-in look, where slight imperfections tell the story of your life. Start by choosing materials that age gracefully, such as unsealed marble countertops that develop a soft patina, or linen curtains that hang with a relaxed, organic drape. Allow your rugs to show a bit of wear, and let your hand-thrown ceramics sit slightly askew on open shelving. These small, authentic details signal that a house is a sanctuary rather than a museum. When you stop obsessing over flawless surfaces, you create a space that invites you to breathe, relax, and truly settle into your own home. True design is not about following a manual, it is about the courage to curate. By mixing your metals, embracing moody tones, and letting your home show its age, you transform a sterile house into a personal sanctuary. Thank you for watching They Built What. Subscribe for more and tell us your thoughts.